There are at least 4 Americans currently detained in Iran, and 2 of them, Reza Valizadeh and Kamran Hekmati, have been designated by the U.S. government as wrongfully detained. Last week, we spoke with 2 men who have shared that experience of being held hostage in Iran, Siamak Namazi and Emad Shargi. We also spoke with Neda Sharghi, Emad's sister, who is now helping families of other wrongful detainees. Here's some of that conversation. For the American people, what do you want them to know, Neda, about both the Americans who are held and the Iranians and the Iranian Americans who are back in Tehran right now?
Well, I'm not an analyst. I can give you a little bit about my own lived experience. I was born in Iran, and I left with my family during the revolution in 1979 with my parents and Emad. I am an American now, but my country of birth is still very much in my heart. And there are people in Iran who all they want is freedom and peace. And it's tough because here I am trying to advocate for our Americans there, but I want freedom for everyone. And I want the people of Iran to find liberation just as much. I do want to say that, sort of to Roger's point, what happens with our American hostages, whether they're in Iran or in Venezuela, is that they always become a hostage to other bigger, broader political issues. And I wish that, Envoy Witkoff had sort of, before he started engaging with the Iranians, had said, we will not talk to you until there's an unconditional release of our Americans. I'm not sure if that was asked or not, but here we are again. These Americans who are innocent are again tied to this issue that's, out of their control. So I want Americans to know that, Kamran and Reza are just ordinary Americans who were there sort of to take care of family, and they've been caught in this big issue. And we need to convince our government to separate them from what's going on and find a creative solution, like we did to get Emad and Siamak home. Find a creative solution to bring them home.
I wonder what you, but the 2 of you in particular, would say to President Trump at a moment like this.
What I would tell the president is he has such a great record of getting Americans home from all over the world. I don't think any other president has managed to do what he has done in the first 100 days. And I'm confident that if he is aware that there are Americans sitting in Evin prison, that he is going to instruct people around him to put that on the agenda. So I think it's important that he hears that there are innocent Americans being held, like we were, as political pawns.
Siamak?
I completely agree with Emad, and I can't imagine if President Trump knew their names and knew these cases, they wouldn't be one of the priorities. I would say that it is unfortunate that priority was not given to them before. But as I said, I personally think that there will be a time soon, because all wars end with some form of diplomacy. So I would implore President Trump to make sure that part of those negotiations that will be coming up is bringing our people home.
That full conversation's on our website and YouTube page.